Hello everyone and welcome back to Railroader in Early Access. Now I hadn't touched this game until today. According to Steam this is, for 4 months and 2 days. So January 17th was the last time I played this. And I got a pop-up saying, oh, there's been a new update. All new chuffing sounds, wear and tear overhaul, and a whole bunch of other stuff which you can see here on the right hand side of the screen. I'm not going to go through it all because that would take about 5 minutes. But suffice to say, there is a lot added. And I figured, you know what? I can't quite remember what we were doing last time. So we're going to start a whole new season here on Railroader. So let's jump into it. So we're going to go for the TWN Railway. We're going to start on day 2 because I've run through the whole intro, the tutorial, got that all set up and out the way because it's going to be no different from previously. And so yes, here we are. 6 a.m. on day 2. We are running, hopefully, at 1-to-1 timings, yes. And I've spent a bit of money because I've ordered up our bridge section, part 1. And I've also ordered some more coal, which is part of the tutorial. So let's go for a run. Now, what was the headlight control? Anyone remember? I don't. Ah, that's the bell. Not H, because that's that. T? Nope, not T. Right, oh, L gives us cab light. J, there we go. We've got a headlight on. Right, sound the horn. Or a whistle, sorry, not horn. My apologies, I have no idea why I said horn. But we're going to head off towards the transfer yard. Because we should have a nice long train to collect. While we're at it, let's just set up the passenger coach. Get that loading. So yes, I've lost 1% of condition already because there's now wear and tear in the game. So you can actually look at this, see service miles. So miles travelled adjusted for wear and tear from poor condition and for engines, heavy use. Last overhaul, never. So according to this, we should perform a service every 1,000 miles. And so in here, you can say where you want your repair track to be. You can also set an overhaul track, which is pretty cool, I think. Nice that we've got that in the game now. It does seem like the sun doesn't rise quite as quickly anymore. Because I remember in the past, by 6:15, it was pretty much daylight. And let's keep our speed up a little bit. Now, you're not going to have century of steam level of accuracy on the loco controls, but I'm fine with that. I don't need ultimate fine accurate control. Wow, there's our train, look, it's there. Right, let's cut off the throttle, and there's number 1. And I do like that the game numbers it as number 1 now. It used to be number 3. And it always begged the question, okay, so where is number 1? What happened to number 1? But you now have number 1 and 2 in game. Right. We need to throw that switch. We need to... Whoa, we're up a lot more than what we currently are. We don't want to slam into this. So I've gone ahead and selected every contract we can. Straight off the bat. So we've got jobs for Ela Bridge, Ela Farm Supply. Well, we can go and have a look in a second. Right. Kerthunk. Right. First of all, let's hook in the air. And let's apply the brakes all the way down. We're going to jump up and we'll go for a walk. First person. We won't always do it first person, but in fact, what I could have done was done the glad hands. But anyway, let's go and set up our handbrakes. Handbrakes are off. Excellent. Let's go see what we've got. So L is effectively a torch light. Excellent. Right. Just speed up a bit. Ela Bridge site, Ela Bridge site. Right, Ela Farm Supply. Track 1. Track 1, yep. I'm used to that. Whittier Sawmill, C2. Whittier Sawmill, S1 and SO2. So now you get wood pulp from the sawmill as well, which is what that C2 car is. So sell manufacturing. And so we've got an empty car and a full car, and Hollyfield heating oil. Right. Excellent. Okay. So no handbrakes on at the rear here, so what we're going to do is run back down or sprint. I do have the graphics settings reasonably high, but you can still see the mountain and the trees popping in the distance. But we're getting a standard, steady 40 to 50 FPS on there. So I'm happy with that. Right, we're on our train. Let's jump out of here, because we're going to need to... Well, first of all, we'll start pulling back. And we're going to have to get all the power. Seems to have balanced it a bit better now. It used to be that this little thing would walk away with this train relatively easily. Right. Yeah. Right, 5 mile an hour. Excellent. Let's move the reverser back. Now we've got her underway. Let's set the rear headlight on. Get a little look through the engine shed. Now, the reason I didn't pull the train back to the engine shed last night and fix that 1% is because, well, the staff didn't start until today, and I need them focused on working on number 1, which is 74, not too bad. Yes, costs a bit more to hire crews now to work, and they are crews rather than single people in the shed. We're coming along nicely. Yeah, I do like that. My logging train is up the camp. So I think what we'll do is we'll go and move this into position. We'll do the first run. And we're going to take the passenger train as well. What I'm going to do is cut the cars for Whittier over by the station, and then we'll work Whittier when we come back. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Although we're going to take the passenger train with us as well, which is going to make it a bit more complicated switching out Ela, but I'm up for the fun of it. Hopefully you guys are too. And I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I'm going to try and keep it to about 45 minutes. And in order to facilitate that, I will probably cut out the run up to Ela because, well, if you're that eager to see it, go ahead, watch some of my older videos. We cover that run. And scenic wise, nothing has changed on the game as of yet. Wow, she's really struggling with this load. Not going to help if I do that. No. Right. No, that's the button. Still having to remember the key commands on the keyboard for all of this. Right, so we want to throw that switch there. And I'm just going to coast it in. In fact, can we? Oh, I don't think we can. Right. That's an issue. Not the end of the world, though. I was going to say, can we leave the train for over here, down here, but I don't think we can. Right. Let's get to the rear. Where do we need to cut off? So it's that gondola there. Right. Okay. So we are going to unfortunately block the road, but cannot be helped. Well, it can, but we're not going to. Right. Let's start. Put some brake pressure in. Right. Knock that off. Oh yes, that's better. It actually takes time for the air to reach down the train now. Right. I think somewhere about there will do nicely. And then we're going to Is that disconnected? Yes. I just didn't see it disconnect. Right. I'm going to put that handbrake on there. Where are we? Oh, we're actually clear of the crossing just. Oh, that's nice. I'm actually happy with that. Okay. We are heading in reverse a bit more. So what we're going to have to do is go all the way up around the switch and come back down on the train. So I'm going to go do that. You sit pretty and I'll be back in a second. Right, there we go. So let's connect up the glad hands. We can release the handbrake. So the passengers are going to be sitting behind the caboose. But that's fine. Ignore it, don't ignore it, I don't mind. I'm happy with it either way. So we are going to throw over our reverser. Give free blast. We're going to get underway. Luckily we haven't got to worry about wheel slip. Otherwise we'd never get this 1,000 tons moving. Right, I think we've got it. One of the things you're going to notice is there's no horrible sound transition when you reach about 11 miles per hour anymore. There we go. See, they've fixed that, which I'm delighted about. Right, so this is our very nice train. Let's cut over to Ela, shall we? Okay, just approaching around the corner now. And let's get some braking on. At this rate, we're going to fly through here. Whilst we've got the whole train length to slow down and stop in. Let's have a look. Where are we at? Oh yeah, we're still on the curve, so we're actually doing okay. Completely incorrect blowing as we went through the crossing there. But my railroad, or my railway, so stuff them. Report me to the FRA if you like. Because guess what? I'm going to be kicking cars. I'm going to be doing all sorts of stuff when it gets down to it. Let's just keep it going a bit further, game. Right. That'll do it. Let's get some braking on. Excellent. Right. Actually, I'm not going to load up for Whittier just yet. I mean, how many's waiting? 49. Wow. Right. So, what we are going to do is we'll leave the caboose on there for now. Oh. Right, so it used to be that you could control click and it would do the couplings and the glad hands, all of them, but sadly that's not a thing anymore. Right, so what have we got? We're going to need farm supply, healer bridge site. So we need to pull forward, disconnect these two, because they are going to go into this track here. Is that correct? Tab. Yes. Brilliant. I love the way billing system in this game. May not have the most accurate physics or train controls, but I just do not care. Right. Let's get the air off. Let's give it a crank. So all I've got to do is drag them clear of that switch. That's fine. That, yes. And what we'll do is we'll push that up there slightly. Actually, I should have brought the caboose with me. I could have fit those two in and the caboose. Never mind. We're doing what we're doing now. Like, we are going to go like that. Can you apply a handbrake, please? Right. Actually, what am I doing? You know, we're doing what we're doing now. My handbrake. Ah, you've. Oh, it's too heavy. Right. Okay. Release the handbrake. And give us a little shunt. Right. Do that. Couplers released. That's better. Right. let that roll back so it's not fouling, which I think that will be fine. Right, handbrake on. Oh yes, it's downhill along here, that's right. Right. Not thought this moved through very well. Right. Okay. Throw the switch. Yeah, it'll come round. That's it. Just like that. Right along with our train. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the loco round. We're going to go grab the caboose and passenger car. I'm going to pull them back with us, and we're going to reconnect to this. Because we're going to move that up to the Ela Bridge site, and then we're going to shunt back forward, and we'll push and kick passenger car because it's got no passengers on. So we'll kick that up here. Meanwhile, we'll run these up and into here. Do our switch in, and then all we've got to do is back down onto the passenger cars and pull them forward. Load up, and then we can be back on our way. Sounds easy, right? We want to wait here. We can throw that switch. We can throw that switch. We can tickle that down to a sensible speed. Like so. Right, we're on. Right, we're going to have to reconnect the air, aren't we? Because, yeah, we bled it. Right. Reverse. Throw switch before we get there. That's it. Moving back, folks. We are moving back. Right. You. Let's set you up for that. You've done 13 miles. Nice. Right. Don't want to ram the train. Think. Oh, no, I don't want to be in the building. Did I put the handbrake on this car? Yes. Right. Come and give it a little tickle. Let's on. Connect. 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 Fine. You're going to be awkward. We'll do it like this. There we go. going to cruise along, and we're going to do the same again to the rest of the train. We can just freewheel down here because, well, downhill section. So I'll just give it a little puff so we can get down here a bit quicker. We can always use the brakes to bring ourselves to a stop. That will bring us to a stop because what we want to do is be going like that. Because we don't want to take this with us. Right. Bring her back. Take a little pinch of brake. As I say, I don't want to slam into it. Just a nice gentle nudge will do. There we go. Right. Down to the far end. Release handbrake. Back to the loco. And let's give it everything we can. Turn off the rear headlight now because, of course, we're not using it. We want to get as much speed as we can because we've got to push it up the hill to the bridge site. So I do remember that much. Come on, train. That's it. Keep her rolling. You've got it. Well, that sun is really starting to peek over into the valley now. Right, let's try backing off the throttle just a bit. Got a 30 limit there. We're under no danger of that. Right. Power off the throttle. And hopefully that's enough to coast it up to the end. Though I am, of course, ready to brake when we've got close enough. He says. Let's ask for a little bit of assistance from the handbrake on the car there. Right. So you're coming with me, you're coming with me, you're not. Excellent. And you're not tied in the air anyway. Thank you. Apply the handbrake on this end as well. And you guys can get started on phase 1 of the bridge. Now let's run back up there. Get on with our next phase, which is to sort out, run into the spur and set these back at the farm supply. Okay, well, the sun glinting gloriously off the locomotive. We're now coming up to the set of switches. I believe we set that, didn't we? The passenger car to load when we get back in. Yes, we did. Excellent. We want to have control of this, please. And with luck, the gradients are slowing us down nicely. We're not even going to have to apply much braking force for this. Question is, do we kick these cars, or is it too early to start kicking? You know what? No, it's never too early to start kicking, is it? Right. Pop that switch. Brakes, please. Release the brakes. What we're going to do is disconnect them ready. Get control of this boxcar. There we go. We're supposed to uncouple before hitting the brakes, but never mind. I think it's downhill into there. We should be okay. You know what? I'm not convinced. No, let's go give it a little nudge. There we go. That's gotta. Right. Let's make our way back out. And fly over here quickly. We technically didn't even need to click on the cart because we can just do it from there should we need to. But there we go. Perfect. And we've got paid $140 for delivery. Excellent. Right, we are past the switch. We can throw that. We can give a bit of braking action. And now all we've got to do is go grab our passenger train once again, load up, and we can head back to Whittier. And I think that's going to be it for today's video once we've done all that. I'd love to switch out Whittier with you, but very mindful of the time. As I say, don't want these videos to be too long for you. vented half my boiler pressure if this was accurate. Well, probably not half, but good proportion of it anyway. Use a bit of quilling. Be rude not to take advantage when it's in the game. Very excessive, I know, but hey ho. Right, let's bring you to a stop. No, 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 no. No, no. All the brakes, not all the throttles. Right. Reverser. Get your set back. Release the brakes. Right. The road is set. We can go back and get our passenger train. How are we doing? Doing okay on coal and water. I love that you get this sort of pie graph thing now to show full versus what you've actually got. Because it's meaningless in a way, telling you that you've got 3,000 gallons of water left, for example, if you don't know how much it will hold. Like the tender on this, I think, is a 4,000 gallon tender. If you didn't know that, then telling you that you got 3,000 left is kind of irrelevant, because you could mistakenly go and try and fill up and you'd find that you've got no extra capacity almost. Right. Let's connect up the glad hands. Oh, we didn't put any brakes on this. But we want train brakes. How were we not rolling back or... Yeah, how did we not roll back? I don't know. Right, let's go get some passengers. Because we should have a fair few waiting here at the little depot building by now. Just wait till we get a bit closer. In fact, I can't wait. So we've got 49. That's not bad, considering we've got a capacity of 60. Bring her to a stop about there. All aboard! Open the door and the gates for them. There we go. You don't have to open the gates and doors, by the way, that's completely optional. But another little thing I love about this game, the fact you can do it. And one day I believe we are going to have passengers. But one thing I know from other games is passengers actually hit your FPS quite a bit. And yeah, animating them so they don't look all horrible and clunky takes time. Even if they're just plumb bobs. But anyway, we have 49 of 60. Is that everyone? Yes, it is. Right. Let's get our passenger car closed up. Don't want them accidentally stepping out or catching a cold from the draft. Not that I expect that would happen. But with that, we are on our way once again. And once again, I'm going to depart. And I will see you back at Whittier. So, with just over an hour gone of the day, we are back at Whittier. Admittedly, we could have cut out some of that messing around down at the exchange sidings. I will hold my hands up and say that. Is all on me. Oh, don't want to take that much. Right. That'll do. So just a quick reminder of what we've got to do here. So the Holyfield heating oil needs to go down there. Then the two Stenzel manufacturing need to go up there. So I think the easiest way to do it is to drop this passenger car off first. Somewhere about there. So the passengers can all get off. Like so. Oh, that moves so much easier without any weight. And then, yeah, we'll grab the tank car. We'll throw that up there quick. And then, I think to finish off, we'll put the two Stenzel manufacturing cars away before we drag the rest back over to the sawmill. But the sawmill we'll do in the next video, because we also need to go over here to Connolly T2. I can remember. No, not Shift and T. Control T. There we go. So we've got our log cars up here, all loaded up, 8 of them, because you start the game with 8. So yes, in the next video we're going to go grab these. We are going to take them down and put in the mill pond spur, which for anyone who hasn't seen this before is over here. Well, it's over here if I don't throw ourselves in the field in the middle of nowhere. The mill pond spur is this one here. And then we've got to work out where our gondola car goes. Is it this track? Because that would be SO1 and SO2. So in theory, this is where we pick up our pulp. In theory, of course. I don't know for sure. We're going to just pull forward of the switch. We'll pretend we stopped to throw the switch, which we can do. swear. Right. Throw that. Knock off the handbrake. Helps if we're not going backwards. There we go. Let that roll up here. We're going to disconnect this. Yes, we've got the air connected as well. Let's kill that. Disconnect that, disconnect that. Try and bring this down to sensible speed. There you go. If anyone's still on the crossing after all that, then they've got bigger issues. Right. Ouch. The handbrake's on the other end. Let's go. In fact, we don't need to fix that, do we? We just need to disconnect that again. Tie in the air. Pull forward. And then, as I say, we're going to throw that switch. Reverse this tank car in. And then we'll all be set. Ready for the next video. Oh no, I said we'd do stem cell manufacturing first, didn't I? That's right. How we're doing on time. Another 10 minutes added, so okay. Right, let's try and get this done in some sense of urgency. That's my only downside, is the wheels sometimes. You'll see them pop in, and then sometimes it can be quite far away and they'll spin. Other times you need to practically be on top of the car lock. Never understood that. Right. Let's take a set. Shall we? Right. Release. To be fair, we could probably do this on the independent. But then we want to jam it up with air. We are going to use the handbrake as well, though, of course. There's $65 for delivering this. Put the handbrake on in case the air all leaks away. Right. Let's get out of here. Just like that. One thing I do enjoy, though, is doing all this switching or shunting, depending on where in the world you are and your proclivities with the wordings. Right, let's throw that switch. Throw the reverser. Let's go. Oh, we don't want to throw the reverser in the opposite direction, Nick. That's very bad. Because I'm trying to rush now. Right. Brakes. Reverser forward. Throw the switch. Throw the brake off. Do a double two. There we go. Yes, as I say, we will have to run around our sawmill train before we can shunt that up there. Because, of course, we want to be on the far side, so we're propelling them back into the respective spurs. Right. Ka-thunk. Right. So the handbrake is on this car. Excellent. Release that. Still got air, so let's do that. We'll do this. Now, thinking about it, if I do some cleverness, we might be able to get a locomotive back fast enough so we can get it through this switch and have the rest of the train roll through after us. That's if we're clever and we time it right. Right, let's come up here then. I've tried to do it in the past at this switch, but it's always a bit hit and miss. You've got to get the train rolling at the right time. Come on. Through you come. Back. Let's jump on like that. Do that just in case there's someone decides to cross with the passenger train right there. Right. There we go. Keep a rolling. Right. That'll do. Tie that handbrake. Excellent. Disconnect that. Leave that connected. Disconnect that one. Drop that. Drop the brakes off. Yeah. I think this might actually work, you know. Right. Bring her back. Just to make sure everybody knows we're here. Right. Go. Get out of the way. Brilliant. Right, he's out of the way. Come over here. And yes. Perfect. Throw the couple out. And follow that. And we'll just let weight and gravity do the rest for us. Yeah, SO1, SO2, and then C2. And then it's just a simple case of throw the handbrake on. Just so. And bring back the locomotive. Actually release the handbrake now. Get it slowed up a bit. May have wound her up a bit too much there. A couple of chuffs. That's all she needs. There we go. Just get clear of the crossing. Like that. Perfect. Now we have it, guys. Episode 1 in the bag. So I'd love to know your thoughts. Was the video too long? Too short? Do you just want to watch me play this forever? How are your experiences going with the game? Because I know quite a few of you have got this. And I'm interested how many of you still play it on a daily or weekly basis. Let me know down in the comments. But that said, I'm going to wrap this up. It's starting to get late. And I still need to edit all the lovely little bits together to make one cohesive video. So, with that said, thank you very much for watching if you made it this far. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.